This video will give an example of how to fill out a truth table in Word, how to construct a full truth table in Word, and then to look at it and determine if it's valid or invalid. So you'll be given an argument that is in this sort of format. This is called sequent format, where the premises are listed first, and each premise is separated by a comma. And then I'll usually put like a slash, and then the therefore symbol. I'll definitely do the therefore symbol. And then after that will be the conclusion. So what you want to do is you want to construct a table. We have to figure out what size table we need. Okay, so we have 2 atomic formulas in this statement, in this argument, so we need 2 columns for those. And then we need a column for each of the premises, so that's 2 more. And then a column for the conclusion, so that's 5 columns. Okay, so we go to Insert Table. And so we want 5 columns. And then how many rows do we want? Well, we want 1 row for each of the rows that you need on the truth table. So with 2 atomic formulas, that's 2 to the 2, so that's 4. And then we need 1 more to put the premises in. So we need 5 columns for this argument. And then we just start out by putting in the first 2 rows, we put our atomic formulas. And I usually try to neaten them up, try to scooch the lines over so that they don't take up so much space. Then you can copy the first premise in. And that's really huge, but we'll fix that later. And we'll copy the second premise in. Let's scooch this down a little. Okay, and we've got some extraneous things. Okay, good. And then we do the conclusion. And I would include the therefore symbol because it helps make it clear to your reader what the conclusion is. Which of these columns is for the conclusion. I don't think we need this dash now, though. Okay, and let's make all of these columns the same size. Let's just make them all nice and big so we can see them. Okay, so then I'm going to want to fill in the truth values for under the atomic formula. So I do true, false, true, false, and then I want to do true, true, false, false, and let's make these all the same size as the rest. We're doing 28. Okay, and we're also going to want to, I like to kind of center them in the middle because it just looks neater. You don't have to do that, but okay, so P or Q is true whenever P is true or Q is true or both. So these first 3 rows, it will be true. Okay, and then we have not P or not Q. So we actually have to first figure out what not P is going to be. Well, that's going to be false here, true here, and true here. And Q will be false here, true here, false here, and true here. Okay? Then in between, now we have the truth values of each of the disjuncts. So we can see that the first line is going to be false, so we just make that false, and all the rest of them are going to be true, so we can just erase the F's. That's one way to do it. Okay, and so here in the conclusion, we see that not P is going to be false on this line, so the Okay, so we're going to have false and true. False and true is false. And here we're going to have false and false, so that's true. And here we have true and true, so that's true. And here we have true and false, so that's false. Because I'm sort of just calculating the not P in my head. Okay, and then we need to look at each row in the truth table. So here we have false, false, true. So that doesn't show invalidity. We can skip all of the rows with true as the conclusion. And then here, the last line, false, true, true. That also doesn't show invalidity. So this argument is valid.